Today we're going to be talking about how to use planners and what type of planner might work for you, or maybe not a planner at all, to be able to schedule out your entire week. You know exactly what you need to do. So first, I want to ask you, what type of planner or system do you use to plan out your week, projects, tasks, all of those things, okay? Let me know in the comments. Hello, I'm Carolee Galt, and I am an ADHD business and productivity mentor, and I am the owner of Galt Virtual Agency, an agency completely dedicated to supporting the ADHD entrepreneur, especially in productivity, creating systems and all the things. So this is a really good question. What do you use? Some of the ideas or things that you might use is a paper planner. Is that what you use? Do you get either printed out for the day? Do you have an actual notebook planner? Did you buy one of those? Do you use an electronic planner? Okay, there are things that you can buy online that you can use in a notebook, but it's on your computer, right? Do you use a full-on project management system? Okay, now this is where you have all your projects in a project management system, and you essentially take your list from that. There's a space where you can put all of your tasks for the day or week, whatever it is, how you do it, right? And then, or the most common is, do you just have a to-do list? Okay, and so you might have a combination of more than one of these. These are the ones that I essentially use. Another one, or have used, I should say, another one might be just simply putting things in your calendar, notes in your phone, and that's pretty much it. If you have any other ones, if you use something different, let me know in the comments. I'm always wanting to improve things or move things along and understand what some people, especially if they have ADHD, use for their business and in their home life, all right? So let me know. All right, let's move on. So what are some of the pros and cons? Or wait, or do you just have a complete chaos and you'll wing it every day? Okay, that's also an option. That might be some of you. You might not be like, I don't use any sort of system or planner, or I have a bunch, I own them, but I don't use them. Guilty too. So, what are some of the pros and cons of using different things? Now, everyone uses something different because it works for them. But if what you're using isn't working and you would like some improvement, go ahead and continue watching, because we want to make sure that you are using your time efficiently. And if creating a long to-do list every single day is tiring or daunting, we want to make sure that that's not what you're doing. We want to make sure that you're using your time wisely and that you're using your energy in a way that brings you up instead of pulls you down, okay? And so if creating that list every single morning doesn't bring you up, then we want to make sure that we are implementing some sort of system, some sort of plan, process, whatever you want to call it, to where it is making that energy so happy that you want to do it every morning, okay? And so I use a project management system, okay? And so I plan out everything in it, and then it can easily pull. The one I use actually prioritizes it for me, but and there is a video on that. It's called Motion, and I'm going to link that in the comments, and you can go ahead and check that out if you want. But essentially, it's a project management system. You put it on your projects, and then you put in the due dates and all those things, how long it's going to take, and then it prioritizes it for you and puts it into your own schedule, which is awesome. So I don't even have to think about it. It's like, it's this time, this is what I need to do, and we're good to go. So that is awesome. So if you want to know more about that, go ahead and hit that link in the description and learn about Motion. So there's also other things like Trello, Asana, Todoist, there's a ton of project management systems out there. ClickUp, ton. Notion, I don't even know, so many. But there's also a bunch of paper planners. Now, I don't have my paper planner, but I think I did. I think I finally threw my paper planner away, because I was like, it's all cute and pretty, and that's what I'm drawn to, but I never use it. So I think it ended up, because it was outdated anyway, I couldn't really use it for anything. I think I finally threw it away, and so I don't have it anymore. But there is that paper planner. If you use those, to make your schedule, totally fine, except for when it's not with you and you need to know what's going on. That's why I love to have everything online, because you're always having your handy dandy phones with you. And so if you can have an app on your phone where everything is, along with like your calendar and all that stuff, then there you go. And that's more efficient for today's age. Now, I'm not saying that you can't use a paper planner. I understand writing things down makes it go into your head better. And there is where the electronic planners can come in handy, okay? Depending on what type of planner you use, you know, it depends on if you can have it on multiple devices and all those things. I've only created my own to where I write it down on my tablet, and I'm able to, you know, basically save it if I want to like a Google Drive or whatever, and be able to see it across multiple devices if I choose to. Or I can write on my phone too, right? A lot of us have stylus nowadays. Handy dandy styluses. Yeah, this looks like a regular pen, I know. But anyway, so there is those. So my electronic planners aren't like the whole sophisticated ones. It's more like it's on a tablet and I can write on it because I created the templates in Canva for myself. So they're personalized, customized, amazing, and I love to do that. Or you have your to-do list, right? So that's probably got some lined paper and regular notebook, and you're writing out your stuff for every single day, and then you cross them off when you're done. You probably still have some on there at the end of the day. Okay, no matter what system you use, no matter what you choose, you're probably going to have some in there at the end of the day, and that's okay. All right? Moving on to the next day. Eventually, you're going to get tired of writing the same thing. Or eventually, depending on what system you're using, you're eventually going to get tired of seeing it, period, right? And so you're going to be like, oh, I got to do this. Creating the urgency, which is amazing, okay? Or you might just put everything in your Google Calendar, and that's across everything, and that's cool, but then you can't really, like, check them off. Like, it just kind of, you have to stationary it, you know? You might write things down in your, like, notes section on your phone, which is awesome because you kind of take that everywhere. But again, you know, it's not as efficient to be able to keep track of what you've already completed and what you're doing in the future, all right? Or you can have, the last part here is what? Complete chaos and you're winging it. Please don't do that. I remember back when I was a mom of a 2 and a 3-year-old, and they're much older now, so thank goodness. And I literally, that's what I did. I was winging it every single day. I had no systems, no schedules, no nothing, complete chaos all the time. Just trying to make it through the day. Then I implemented the Google Calendar, which was really helpful. Then I started implementing schedules, or I should say to-do list. Then I did a schedule, and now I use an entire project management system. So you might be along one of those lines too, okay? So what do you use? If you haven't dropped it in the comments, go ahead and do that. And if you would like to learn more about these different systems and what might work for you, I encourage you to join my free group. It's called Productivity Solutions for the ADHD Entrepreneur. It is on Facebook, for now at least. That's where it's stored right now. And you can join us completely free. And we're going to be talking about systems. We talk about systems all the time. I love to geek out on them. And so we are starting to gather some data on what we do currently in that group. As I'm recording this, Complete Chaos Winging It is winning. So we need to be talking about systems in there. So I would love to have you come in there and join me when I talk about all these systems, how we can create these to be more efficient for you, your business, and your family. All right.